The Galactic Council's emergency session was called to order with unprecedented urgency. Ambassador Zixtar of the Centaurian Federation slammed his crystalline gavel against the quantum podium, his usual composure shattered by the intelligence reports flooding in from the outer rim. Order! Order! Zixtar's translator crackled with static from his agitation. We have received confirmation that the Korthak Empire has launched a full-scale invasion of the Terran colonies. They have declared total war on humanity. A stunned silence fell over the massive chamber. Representatives from 300 species sat in their hovering delegation pods, processing what they had just heard. Then the chamber erupted. Are they insane? Shrieked Ambassador Velnara, her tentacles turning bright orange with shock. The Aquarian delegates' bioluminescent patches flashed in rapid panic sequences. Do they have any idea what they've just done? High Counselor Thexmore of the Ancient Ethereal Collective slowly rose from his meditation sphere, his energy form crackling with disbelief. In my 4,000 years of existence, I have never witnessed such galactic-scale suicide. Someone contact the Korthak High Command immediately, demanded Senator Corvan, his multiple heads speaking in unison. They must call off this attack before. Before what? Interrupted a new voice. All eyes turned to see Ambassador Kretak of the Korthak Empire entering the chamber, his ceremonial war armor gleaming with fresh battle honors. Zixtar's voice was barely controlled. Kretak, what in the seven hells is your empire thinking? You've attacked humanity. The Korthak ambassador puffed out his chest proudly. The humans refused our territorial demands in the Vega sector. They showed weakness, so we took action. Their colonies will fall within days. The chamber fell into stunned silence again, then Ambassador Velnara began what could only be described as hysterical laughter. Weakness? She gasped between fits. You think humans showed weakness? Have you not read the species files? Demanded High Counselor Thexmore, his energy form now pulsing with what his people considered mortal terror. The human classification reports. Kretak looked genuinely confused. They are a young species. Primitive. They barely have FTL travel. Primitive. Senator Corvan's multiple heads spoke over each other in panic. They turned their entire planet into a death world and called it home. They domesticated apex predators for companionship. They developed weapons capable of ending their own species and somehow chose not to use them. Their children's stories are about slaying monsters the size of starships, added Velnara, her panic colors now cycling through the entire visible spectrum. Their entertainment media involves apocalyptic scenarios that they survive through sheer spite. Ambassador Zixtar was frantically accessing the human files on his console. Kretak, listen carefully. Humans evolved on a Class 12 death world. They survived ice ages, plague outbreaks, asteroid impacts, and supervolcanic eruptions. Then they looked at the deadliest planet in their system and said, I bet we could live there too. Their military doctrine, continued Thexmore, his voice taking on the tone of someone reading a horror story, includes something called acceptable losses where they willingly sacrifice millions to achieve strategic objectives. They have a saying, if you're going through hell, keep going. Kretak's confidence was beginning to waver. But they seemed so peaceful in diplomatic meetings. That's the terrifying part, screamed Velnara. They're so dangerous that they've learned to be peaceful. They suppress their natural instincts because they know what they're capable of. Senator Corvan was ancient programming. They spent 10,000 years learning to work together instead of annihilating each other. Now you've given them an external target. The last species that declared war on humanity, Zixtar added grimly, were the Hegemony Coalition. They had a 1,000-world empire. Had. Kretak's armor suddenly felt much heavier. What do you recommend? Every ambassador in the chamber spoke simultaneously, surrender. Now. And pray, added Thexmore quietly, that they remember mercy is one of those civilized traits they learned.